Mask Singer fans, what's going on? Joey Contino here, and last night was another great episode of The Mask Singer, and I've got a lot of feedback from you guys. You're enjoying episodes like our episodes, where we just tell you all the clues that you missed in last night's episode, so let's go ahead and kind of continue that into the entire season. Really, episode 2 was last night. We'll have a lot of episodes ahead, another, 11 episodes to go. So, last night we did have 5 people on the stage. One person was revealed, the diver, which we told you was going to be revealed, and we got it right. That's right, Tom was revealed under the mask of the diver. You can check out the reveal video, the video prior to this one. But let's go ahead and dive through the clues. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. Let's go ahead and get started. A lot of people are going to ask me, how is my COVID? It's doing better. I still have a horrible cough, and every once in a while I have to clear my throat, so if you hear that in this video, I apologize. I'm not trying to be impolite or unprofessional. It's just COVID. It's COVID. Anyway, let's get started with Gazelle. This was the second time we saw her, and man, if she doesn't win Group A, I would be very, very surprised. So, clues. This is what we got. She says, I'm ready to tackle the competition because I'm feeling right at home here on the stage. There were so many times I didn't know if there was a place for me in the entertaining industry, indicating that this person has gone through a lot of changes as they were becoming who they are now. Someone who maybe had to find a unique footing, someone that has something very unique about themselves and maybe thought that, hey, I don't think I'm going to fit in here, or I have to find some way to fit in here. She says that she was pressured to change her name at age 8 to blend in more with the herd. So maybe somebody who has a very unique name and had to change it because it was so unique, maybe hard to pronounce. Maybe she came from a country or from a background, a heritage, that's something that, maybe be easy for them to pronounce, but not the rest of the world. Casting directors couldn't figure out where I fit in because my unique look, meaning that maybe she has some very exotic features, maybe in her face, that would make her stand out, so they were kind of confused on where to put her. We saw a lot of different clues, including a hula skirt and a lei, which maybe means maybe she's Hawaiian. We saw a sign that said level 3 threat, so threat level 3, sorry, backwards. And then we saw a test with a grade A on it, a surfboard, and an oasis in the desert. So surfing, we saw Hawaii, like those kind of clues, and a desert. So some things just to think about. We did have an NFL clue night. Her football said villain on it, and she says, I'm not actually a villain, but I could play the part. Gazelle's got range. Some really good clues there. We do have the pitch correct audio, which we'll save for the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. Next was the Smores, which is still such a fun character. I know, I love s'mores, so it kind of makes sense. Smores said, I was born for the fearless life in the spotlight, but my father was afraid to lose his son to the fantastical world of fame. So someone whose father may be just down to earth and just like, I'm really scared that it's going to change you, and I really don't want to change you because I love you. When he was in high school, he had an opportunity to work with an industry legend, but his dad told him to turn it down, so he made the hard decision to move out instead. So he went against his father and said, no, Dad, I'm not listening to you. I have a good feeling that this person, this famous person who took me under my wing, this person's going to do well for me, so we're going to move forward with it. Years down the road, I conquered the Broadway stage, a lifetime goal. So someone who is currently on Broadway or is still on Broadway, which some of the guesses that we have kind of fit a lot for this one person. He says, he said that I don't think I could get any better until one day after curtain call, he saw his dad backstage. So, things got better for him once he saw his father now supported him. Hearing him say I was proud of me was really the biggest win I could ask for, so Dad, this one is for you. So someone whose father really was a big figure to him. We saw a lot of visual clues. We saw a witch's cauldron, which someone said, means maybe they were a cook. I don't know, I think so. An old-timey TV with an M on it, a photo of his dad with a big mustache and a frown, a game console, and then another photo of his father with a big smiley face. The NFL clue in orange of it, he said, I've tasted victory before, and it's so sweet. I hope to do it again here on The Masked Singer. So someone who's tasted victory before. Maybe it's someone who was maybe winning a trophy or a gold medal or, some other competition. Those things are the things you have to keep in mind when you're thinking about guesses on The Masked Singer. Next was the cow, and the cow is a lot of fun and is still somebody that you guys don't know who's under the mask. The reason why I ask that is because I did a poll yesterday during the show, and after the episode, a lot of you guys had like 17 different guesses on who it could be, which means this is a really good character. That being said, let's go through his clue package. Tonight, I'm honored to be part of the NFL night, even though I don't have many memories of watching the big game with my dad. He really wasn't around, and I didn't have a lot of positive male role models growing up. He was raised in a house of all women that made him a sensitive cow. Okay, so his dad abandoned him as a child. He was raised with all women. Now, the reason why I bring that up again is because it's a big clue. Who's under the mask of this character is someone who has talked about this a lot, who said that he was raised by all women. When you're making your guesses, look that up first. That will help you to kind of limit it down on who it could be. That's the only clue I'm kind of giving you for the cow. He says as a parent now, I know the value of being present for his kids. He, quote unquote, always achieved a lot of success in my career, but my greatest accomplishment was his kids. So that's kind of nice. Clue packages. Okay, we saw a lot of visual clues. Boxing gloves with a down arrow on them. A photo of his mom with a wizard hat on. 5 baby cows, which could mean that he's got 5 children. Possible. A crayon drawing of a red heart. And then a ringing cowbell. That cowbell's a pretty good clue, just so you know. So think about that stuff. His extra clue was tap shoes. Oh, it's such a good clue because this person can really dance. He says, of it, much like the Super Bowl halftime show, I'm known for my killer moves. It's a really good clue. And lastly, the newcomer, the wild card himself, the Pickle, which, oh my god, is this costume fun or what? I love this costume. It was so goofy and fun, and he's got the little microphone on the stick, and it's just, I don't know. See, I love costumes like this. So Marina, if you're watching, you did a great job this season. I really love the costumes for this season. Okay, so he said, to be honest with you, I never imagined myself dressing up as a pickle, singing center stage, but now that I'm here, this wild boy's planning on winning. Now, I don't think he's going to win. Doesn't really have the chance to be singing. I think he might be the first one revealed next week, so we shall see. He says that he learned to never count himself out. When I was young, all my teachers thought I was nothing, said I was a hyper-disruptive kid who had no interest in anything but sports. Kind of a good clue. Because this person really isn't into sports anymore. He's shown spray painting in a classroom. Said it was decided that he was a bad boy with no future, but when he found his true passion, he became laser focused and reached massive success, rubbing elbows with some of the most famous people in the world. He name drops, Quentin Tarantino, Martin Scorsese, Martin Short. Kind of throwing us a little bit off, because you're thinking this person's 100% an actor, and he is, but not, because he is also a comedian at the same time. He says his mouth still gets him into beef, but that hyper-disruptive kid became a super successful, hyper-destructive adult. We saw some visual clues with a Joker, graffiti pickle on a chalkboard, recording microphone, which could mean a few different things, photos of Tarantino, Scorsese, and Short, and a scoreboard for the Masked Singer Sharks. Sharks. There's no sharks on this season. What does a shark do? What kind of shark person, right? Then we had his on-stage clue, which was quote-unquote on air. He says, when I speak, people listen. Are you listening, Ken? Ken, are you listening? I get paid to talk, so pay attention, Kenny. He also says he knows each and every one of the panelists, just a little bit different. and he's bringing that BDE, big deal energy, just like Nick. So, some really good clues. So, who do you think those folks are under those masks? Let me know in the comment section below. Now it's time for the pitch correct audio. I was going to make this a separate video, but I've got so many videos from our cruise that I want to get uploaded for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So we're going to go ahead and do the pitch correct audio now. Now, if you have no idea what the pitch correct audio is, what have you been doing? We've been doing this for 5 years now. Essentially, it's the audio from the clue packages slowed down and pitch corrected so that way you can hear the real celebrity voice. And so right now we're going to play a little bit of the original audio and then our pitch correct audio. And then in the comment section, you let me know who you think they are. Here we go.
Last week was such a redemptive experience. Now I am ready to tackle the competition.
Last week was such a redemptive experience. Now I am ready to tackle the competition.
Last week was utterly fantastic, and I'm excited to make it this far with the cream of the crop.
Last week was utterly fantastic, and I'm excited to make it this far with the cream of the crop. I'm honored to be part of NFL Night, even though I don't have many memories of watching the big game with my dad.
I was born for the fearless life in the spotlight, but my father was afraid to lose his son to the fantastical world of fame.
I was born for the fearless life in the spotlight, but my father was afraid to lose his son to the fantastical world of fame.
To be honest with you, I never imagined myself dressing up as a pickle singing center stage.
To be honest with you, I never imagined myself dressing up as a pickle singing center stage. But now that I'm here, this wild boy's planning on winning. And trust me, I've learned to never count myself out.
Here you guys go. Let me know in the comments section who you think those folks are. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey. Stay safe, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye.